Hey guys, I am actually doing something a little bit different today, but still very much needed. So I am going to teach a short beginning balance class. And this class is for people who want improved balance to prevent falling and to help with walking. Now, this is a special class, and I'm going to do more, but this is for my friend Jackson. And he has a neurological disorder that makes him a little unstable on his feet. And so I am going to provide a few classes for my friend, and if anyone else out there can benefit from them, I welcome you guys as well. But this class is specifically a beginning class to help with balance and to prevent falls, all right? It'll be a short class, but an effective class. So if you want to do this along with me, you need something to hold on to, because if you're trying to improve your balance, you might find that your balance is not that great right now, which is fine. So have something nearby that if you need to reach out and grab hold, you're able to do that. The other things that you will need for this class is a small, it could be a little box, it could be a little stool. I'm using a step, something that is very stable and small, just a little step up, all right? And then we're gonna progress throughout the class to, and you can use household items as well, to something that's a little taller and a little less stable. This is a foam roller. You could use like a basketball, anything that is just slightly taller and less stable, all right? So gather that stuff together, and then we are gonna get started. Again, this is gonna be a progressive class. So this is kind of step one, beginner, all right? You can kind of feel out where you are balance-wise, and we'll progress from there as we gain better balance, all right? So first things first, stand close to your chair or whatever you can reach out and grab hold of, and we are simply going to work on finding out how our balance is on one leg, all right? So simple enough right now. We're gonna stand up nice and straight and tall, and make sure we've got a nice strong core, as strong as we can, so just flex that core, that's important. We'll work on that a little bit later, but this beginning class, let's just kind of see how all we're gonna do is shift our weight, all right? So we're gonna raise up on one toe so that all of our weight is shifting to your right leg, all right? And I want you just to take a second and make sure that you've got some balance there, that you're feeling balanced, that all of your weight is in this leg. And then we're gonna go to the other leg. So you'll just put this heel down and then raise the other heel and feel it out. Now, depending on where you're at, how you're feeling today, let's try it again on the other leg. If you're feeling really wobbly, take a second, get all your weight in this leg, gather yourself, get some balance. We're gonna shift our weight to the other leg. I want you to shift all of your weight. Try to work on doing this without hanging on, all right? Then we're gonna go to the other side. So both feet are still on the ground, firmly planted on the ground. You're just raising up on one heel. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side so that all of your weight is on one leg, and we can get used to balancing side to side, all right? Let's just do one more. So we're gonna raise our heel one side. You can take a little more time on the side that you're on if you prefer, if you're feeling kind of wobbly, and then back to the other side. All right, now both feet down, gather yourself again, and now we are going to work on shifting our weight forward to back, all right? So we're gonna put one foot slightly in front of the other. Let's go with your left foot. Take time to get balanced here. Okay, both feet are on the ground, and we're gonna raise up that back heel and shift our weight forward. Take a second and make sure that you've got your balance here, all right? And then we're gonna shift our weight back. So you're just gonna raise up on that front toe, raise your front heel, and all of our body weight is on that back leg. All right, let's try it again. So you're just shifting your weight forward, get nice and stable and steady, and then shift your weight back. Both feet are still on the ground, all right? You can take longer, shift that weight forward, just come up on that back toe. You can take longer if you prefer and shift your weight back. If you're feeling real wobbly, if you have to reach out and grab your chair, take a little bit more time here. Shift your weight forward. And then shift that weight back. All right, we're gonna go to the other leg. So other leg is forward. Center your weight, and then we're gonna take all that weight forward. So raise up on that back toe, all your weight comes forward. Just learning how, shift that weight back. We're gonna raise up on our front toe. So all of our weight's in that back leg. Just getting a feel for it and learn muscles. This exercise seems like maybe a small trivial thing. Bring it on back. But it's really important. There's all these little tiny stabilizing muscles that need to be trained, that need to be strengthened. Bring it forward. And if you're doing this little beginning phase right here and you're like, oh, piece of cake, I'm back and forth, I'm easy, then let's progress. You got the forward to back, weight shift down pat, you're not feeling wobbly at all. Then shift that weight forward. We can move on to the next exercise, all right? So let's come to both feet, center our weight again. Another thing that we have to strengthen and get our balance back or gain balance is having one foot right in front of the other without feeling like we're gonna topple over, all right? So we are gonna start with our right leg. You can reach out if you feel like you need to and hold on to your little safety net chair if you need to. If you feel like you're doing pretty well, then take your right foot directly in front of your left. And then we're gonna work on just getting our balance right here. We're gonna breathe, we're gonna stand up straight. I want your weight centered, all right? Breathe. We're just gonna work on balancing in this position. Now, it's so interesting because these muscles, if not regularly worked on and trained, even in people that feel like they have pretty good balance, can discover, oh my gosh, I'm a little wobbly here. Like even me, I'm thinking, I need to work on my balance front to back a little bit. I'm feeling a little wobbly. So just work on getting nice and stable in this position with your weight in both feet. If you feel wobbly and you need to reach out for that chair, kind of steady yourself, but work on just standing straight with one foot right in front of the other without needing any assistance, all right? If you're not quite here yet, go back to those first two exercises we worked on and do those again until you feel comfortable, stable enough to do this one. All right, should we try the other leg? All right, so let's take that front leg. We're gonna kind of regroup, center ourselves, shake it out. And then we're gonna try the other foot in front. Some of us, me included, find that we have better balance on one side than the other. So don't go far from that chair. One foot directly in front of the other. You want your weight in both legs. And we're just working on maintaining balance in this position, one foot in front of the other. Now, this is a progression. So again, I'm kind of starting at the very beginning when we are shifting our weight, and then we're gonna increase the difficulty as we go along today. So if at any point you can, do that, all right? Okay, we're gonna hold this one in front of the other just for a second longer. How you feeling? I'm feeling okay. I feel like I can work on my balance front to back a little bit more though. And then we're gonna come back to center. All right, let's regroup. We don't want any Charlie horses, shake those legs out. And then we are gonna work on another very important balance skill when it comes to walking. And these muscles, they gotta be trained, they gotta be strengthened. It is crossing one leg over the other leg, like when we go to turn, or if we just feel like we're off balance a little bit, we have to go to catch ourselves. We want to be able to do that without falling over, right? So we're going to progress from one leg right in front of the other to that left leg over top of the right leg crossed, all right? You got your safety here if you need it. Let's start with that left leg. We're going to go right in front of the other, and then you're going to nudge that guy even farther. Once you get here, I want you to center your weight. So you've got weight on the front foot and weight on the back foot. And we're gonna work on just holding this balanced position. If you're still not feeling very balanced, if you feel like you're toppling over, if you have to come back here and catch yourself, work on it for a second. Maybe go back to some of those first few exercises. Work on just holding this nice and steady. We're just gonna hold it for a couple seconds here. Do some breathing. Can we get out of this without toppling over? Take it real slow. How are you feeling? You can reach out and grab your chair if you need to, or you can bring that foot back to center and then back over to the side. All right, let's try the other side here real quick. Regroup, bring that right foot right in front of the left, and then we wanna nudge it even more so in front so we're crossed, all right? And then we're just gonna center our weight, work on being nice and stable, getting rid of that wobble. Pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to your core, all right? I always hear people in the fitness industry say, you know, tighten your core. And basically that just means suck in and flex the best you can. Shoulders back, stand up nice and tall. We're just gonna work on gaining our balance here. Good? All right, let's come back to start position. So bring it back on over. All right, we're ready to use our props. We're gonna take this up a notch. So I want you to start with a low. I'm not gonna topple over, it's not going anywhere, all right? I gotta move my guy over because I wanna be by my chair so I can hold on to it if I need to. And we're gonna work on shifting our weight to put your prop on your right side, chair on your left, and we'll shift our weight to that left leg. So we're gonna shift all of our weight to the left, and we're gonna pick up that right leg and gently place it up on our step, okay? I don't want you to shift your weight over to the other side. It's about balance. So we still wanna keep all of our weight in this left leg, all right? And then we're gonna bring it down. Now, give it a try loosely holding on to your chair. Just gently tap that step and then bring it back down. And then if you feel like you can do this, this is what we're working for, without holding on to the chair, I want you to move to that. You're just gonna tap up and tap down. Work on being as stable as you can, okay? And then work on not shifting your weight over here on your step. You just wanna balance. So just gently tap and then come back. Tap up on that step and then bring it back. Nice and easy. This is a more challenging balance move. Keeping all of our weight here in the right leg. We're gonna tap up and tap down. Now again, if you feel like you're toppling over and falling over towards your chair while you're doing this, then go back to some of those first moves that we worked on. You can do as many of these as you wanna do. We're gonna do about 3 more. Just work on that balance. 2 more. Bring it down. Last one. 1, and tap it down. Easy enough, all right? I am gonna move my item over here. Maybe you've got somebody to help you move your stuff around, or you can just kick it on over. But you're gonna move to the other side, other leg. I just want you to have something to stabilize you if you needed it. It could even be a wall, all right? You don't have to use a step like I talked about before. You could use a small box. You could use a yoga block. Anything that is real stable and not that high, all right? You could even just use a step in your house, okay? So again, we're gonna stand up straight. We're gonna shift all of our weight to the right leg. We're gonna pick up our left leg and gently put it up on that step and then bring it down. When you start, if you're feeling wobbly, hold on to the wall or the chair or whatever you need to hold on to. Once you get going, the goal is to move to a position that you don't have to hold on to anything. And again, we want to keep all of our weight on the step. We're just gently resting that foot up on our step and back down. We're going to do a few more. Stay with this if you're working on it. You know, you can pause the video and say, I need to stick with a few more of these. If you have to shift and fall to fall your weight over onto that step, I had to get a stable step, so you should be okay, but we want to work on not doing that. We want to work on keeping all of our weight in that right leg. Down, and we're going to tap it up. Let's do 2 more. 2. And 1 more. Bring it down and up. And then I gotta bring it back down. All right, there we go. Okay, how are you feeling with that? We're about to up the ante a little bit. And here's how you do it. You can use any item you've got at home, but I want it to be a little bit taller and not so stable. All right, so don't progress to this next level if you really struggled with balance on that first step. If you were really struggling with balance with the stable low step, then do another set with me. Just keep that low step. I've got a foam roller. Like I said, you could use a ball. You could use, I don't even know what else. Maybe a big pillow, something that's a little taller and not very stable. This is gonna challenge us a little more, all right? So, a milk jug would work. We're gonna stand up really straight and tall. You can hold on to that chair if you need it. We're shifting all of our weight to that right leg, and now you have to lift our leg up even higher. Tap it on our item and bring it down. All right, let's see how I do. Tap. You can move it if it's not in a good spot for you to tap. That's okay. Move it. We're working on balance. So you have to lift your leg up a little higher, which makes it challenging, and it's not stable enough for you to put your weight on it. So that's what makes this even tougher, okay? We're gonna do a few of these. Work on moving to this position without holding on to anything for safety, okay? This is gonna strengthen all these little muscles in your body. You might even start to feel like your backside and your leg that you're standing on is getting tired or even sore. That's good, that's what we want. Get those muscles a little stronger. Let's go 3 more. You can keep going with this if you're working on this. 2. Last one. And just because I'm here in my gym and I want to be able to see you guys, I'm shuffling stuff around, but you may not need to do that in your house. You might just be able to turn around, okay? All right, we want to kind of balance ourselves again, nice and steady. We're going to shift all of our weight over to that left leg, and then we got to pick the right leg up real high. Let's see if I can do it without holding onto the chair to start with. Tap, and not knock over my foam roller. Bring it up, and tap it there on the top. A roll of paper towels would work to do this. I'm thinking of things that you could use in your house. As far as your arms are concerned, I'm not too worried about where you put them at this point. You can put them on your hips. You can even have them out here a little bit if that's helping you with balance. I'm trying to keep mine out of the way. Touch. All right, should we try like 4 more? So let's go 4. I about lost it there. Here we go. 3. This higher cone here, man. 2. Last one. You ready? Here we go. And 1. And we'll bring it down. Oh, I'm grateful to be back on 2 feet. I've got 1 more move for you to try, and then that'll be that for this class today, this beginner balance. This helps you with balance walking and helps prevent falls, all right? So we're gonna stand up nice and straight. Again, if you feel like you need that chair close by, get it close by. You don't need any props for this last part. We're gonna pretend like we're standing right in the middle of a clock, all right? So let's start with our left leg, and we're gonna tap out to each, 12 o'clock is here in front and 6 o'clock is directly behind. So shift all of your weight to that right leg. You're gonna take your left foot, come up on your toe so you don't have any weight there, and then let's start out at 12 o'clock. So you're gonna go 12 o'clock, tap out, bring it back. And then what are we going to? 1 o'clock, bring it back. 2 o'clock, and I'm sure I'm not exact. Bring it out to 3, bring it back. 4, bring it back. 5, bring it back, and then directly back. 6, and then let's make our way back around. Let's do 6 again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then straight out in front. There we go with 12 o'clock. Should we try the other side? So get your balance. We're gonna come up on our right, you guys' right toe. So we shift all of our weight to this left leg, and then we're gonna hit those numbers going around the clock. Let's start with 12 o'clock. Here we go. 12, bring it back, and then we're just gonna hit all of those points all the way around, straight out to the side. Again, I don't really mind what you do with your hands. Work on doing this. We're gonna go straight back, and then we're gonna go back around again. So straight back. Work on doing this without holding on to anything. Out to the side, straight out to the side, a little bit out in front. And then we're back to 12 o'clock. All right, we're gonna hold it there, center yourself. That is it for today's class. So here's what I want you to do. Kind of get a gauge for where you're at balance-wise. If you are struggling with balance in some of those moves, do this class again. You can even pause it and stick with one of the sequences that maybe you were struggling with, and do that one over and over and over again. I'm gonna come back and do another one here in the next couple days, and I'm gonna do these classes in a progression. So they're going to get progressively more difficult. So if you did this one and you're like, no, I'm feeling pretty good with my balance on this one, then you know you're ready for number 2, which is gonna be coming out shortly. If you feel like you were unbalanced for a lot of what we did today, go back and do this class again. I'm excited to gain more balance with you. I'm really excited to help my friend Jackson in any way that I can. And anybody else that finds this helpful, I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll get more of this stuff. Let's improve our balance together, right? I think it's gonna be awesome.